Hello children, welcome back to EVS class. So we had already studied more about the topic a clean world. Let's just revisit the topic and I will tell you the simple tips in which you can keep the earth clean. Okay? So we learned about pollution. We learned about three different types of pollution. So the first pollution was land pollution. How is land pollution caused? By throwing waste in public places. By throwing waste in public places, that is how land pollution has been caused. And our second pollution is water pollution. How is water pollution caused? Water pollution is caused by throwing or dumping the waste in the river and the lakes. So this will cause water pollution. And our last pollution was air pollution. Air pollution is caused because of the smoke which is coming out of the vehicles and as well as from the factories. These are the pollutions. So now we can keep our earth clean by following some simple tips. Okay, so the first tip which I'm going to give you all is growing more trees. Okay, we need to grow more trees, that is plant a tree and save the planet is nothing but our earth. By growing more of trees, no, the air pollution will come down. Okay, so you need to grow more trees. And the second tip is throwing garbage in dust bin. You have to throw the garbage in dust bin. You have to throw the garbage in dust bin. Like in dustbin also you have to throw it by dividing it, that is by dividing dry separate and wet separate. You need to divide dry waste separately and wet waste separately. I will teach you how to do this now. See, first can you see towards your left, that is blue color, that is dry waste. Okay, that is called as dry waste. In dry waste you can put plastic waste like cup or any juice cup or something like that, and medicines, nails, clips, bottles and paper cups and goggles and all other dry items you can put it in dry waste. The same way come to wet waste. So what all can you put in wet waste? You have to put leaves, wastage of leaves, food, excess food if you have, and chocolate. If you have chocolate wrapper, you have to put it in the dry waste. But if you have eaten the chocolate half and you've left, then you have to put it in wet waste. As well as watermelon, all that fruits, vegetables, paper which can be reused, which can be reproduced, those are called as wet waste. And dry waste are the waste which will directly go, we can't reproduce it. But wet waste we can use, they can reuse it. Okay, so everybody should segregate dry and wet waste and put the waste in the dustbin. I hope you all have this system at home also. Okay, so you should not get confused like where I have to put which things. You should be prepared. You should know dry waste and wet waste. There are two types of waste. You need to segregate and you have to throw it in the garbage dustbins. Okay, so the next one is using public transport. Using public transports. So what do you mean by using public transports? Using public transports means you will have your vehicle. Your papa and mama will have vehicle to travel from one place to another place. But at least weekly twice or weekly once, tell them to use public transport like bus, auto, metro train, or there are many other things. No, tell them to use it for at least one day. Okay, they're going to work every day, no problem, let them use their two-wheeler, but at least weekly twice tell your parents or tell your elders to use public transport. Okay, children, the next step is using environment friendly fuels. Using environment friendly fuels. This means going eco friendly. Okay, so what do you mean by eco? You would have seen many people nowadays, they have this pet. You would have gone to a petrol bunk, you would have visited a petrol bunk, but because of pouring petrol and diesel to your car and two-wheeler, it is going to, I mean, the smoke is going to come out of the vehicle. But the same way, if you use a electric vehicle, you will not feel that problem. There will be no smoke. You can use CNG or you can use eco-friendly electric vehicle. See, in the picture I have given three cars which can be charged like your mobiles. Even the car, and even you have two-wheelers which can be charged. Okay, and it can be charged and you can take the vehicle outside, and also it will be very good as eco-friendly. Okay, yes, now let's see the last tip, that is using cloth bag, jute or paper bags instead of plastic. Can you see here, these are plastic covers. Instead of this, you can use these bag covers like cloth bag, jute bag or paper bag. You can use these kind of bags instead of plastic cover. Say no to plastic. Okay, don't use plastic. Please use these kind of eco-friendly bags, so you are not going to increase the pollution what is happening right now in our earth. Okay, go green. Keep your house neat. Keep your surroundings neat. Don't harm your environment. If you harm the environment, then environment is going to harm you by giving you different kind of diseases. So please don't harm the environment. Whenever you see some people throwing waste on land, tell them no, you should not throw it. You should throw it in the dustbin. As well as when you're going out, no, if you eat chocolate or if mama buys you something to eat, no, after eating, don't throw it down, don't throw it on the ground. Search for a bin or put it in your bag and come home and put it in the dustbin. Okay, and the same way, if your mama's or papa's vehicle is letting out so too much of smoke, tell them to change the cylinder, or you can tell them to take this vehicle to a mechanic. Okay, so please keep our environment safe. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson, children. Please go through the textbook once and please read. If you have any doubt, you can please feel free to ask me. Okay, children. So meet you all in next class. Thank you and take care and be safe.